James Hollingshead and Iain Valliere, two qualified bodybuilders for the upcoming Olympia event. This is part of your fan-requested Friday lineup. You guys want to see the rest of these? I would. Hit thumbs up on the video. That's all you have to do. And I guess that's all you can do. Get it up to 500 likes, and I'll do you a solid. I'll make all the other matchups happen. But back to this one, two qualified bodybuilders. This one is surprising. Hollingshead more than holds his own against Iain Valliere. Both pretty tight in the midsection. Neither guy is, say, Rolly Winkler or maybe even Phil Heath in the arm department. I mean, they're not bad, but they're not the best in the world. Good legs, different structurally speaking. Iain, is his left quad undersized, or is that the tilt? I believe that it must be the tilt. Could be a combination of the two. Now, these are tilted thusly, like I was saying. Now, this is him from the Olympia, and they are pan-back pictures. But you can his leg looks a little bit smaller in this one, too. Never noticed that. Hope the judges don't get wind of this video. Check him out. Sorry, Iain, but I'm sure some of you guys have noticed that before. So, yeah, Hollingshead, looks pretty good in the first shot. The upper body might go to Iain, though, to tell you the truth. The lats, things of that nature. And speaking of lats, when you go to the front lat spread, this is generally a Iain Valliere shot. And I cannot get my eyes off that left quad. It looks a whole lot smaller. Very underwhelming. Actually looks shorter. And look at Hollingshead. And this is not a strong pose for him. Or at least it wasn't. But you know what? He's holding his own. He's not beating Iain. Iain is a very devastating man in the front lat spread. Thin skin, just like glass. But you know what? Hollingshead has a solid type package as well. And for you Iain haters, I know you guys come out in spades. But yeah, if you look at the calf department, this is a pumbling. Turn to the side here. Strong pose for Iain. Is he defeating Hollingshead? Hollingshead is not bad in this one either. Usually. And you notice it is, in fact, his right quad that he is showing. Iain, like to have a closer look at that left quad. But either which way, generally he destroys guys on the lower half, on the leg, the hamstrings, glutes. But see, Hollingshead doesn't play that game. He just, boom, look at my quad. It looks like Hercules. Iain still, though, maybe stronger in the upper body. Go to the side tricep. And to be honest with you guys, I am surprised how good Hollingshead is holding his own, more than holding his own, against this phenom, this Canadian buck. Both of these guys, great big bucks. Look at the calves. Look at the calves. Oh my goodness. Wow. Good solid physique here on Hollingshead. A lot of people writing him off. Obviously, guys, these two dudes, what did Hollingshead get at the Olympia last year? I mean, 11th? I forget. But, I mean, Iain, he got 7th. So nobody's even going to compare these guys. Here's the back shots. I guess they're not going to give me any extra time on that side tricep. I preferred Hollingshead, I guess. He had a bigger, meatier tricep. Now the back shot might actually give to Iain. Slightly smaller. A little bit less size, I guess. But realistically, he has thicker, I think, lat insertions than your Hollingshead. But if you compare the traps, I mean, there's no competition here. Hollingshead is a man. He's all man. And he has that hard, grainy nature that people talk about, that Iain usually gets his victories on. Because if you see him in person, well, Hollingshead's like that too. When he's on, here's the rear double. Interesting. I'm sure most of you guys thought, well, Iain might lose a couple of shots, but he's going to dominate from behind. Does not seem to be happening. This year's Olympia could be a flip-flop situation where, Iain is expecting a good position. No, don't get me wrong. He may have improved here. Hollingshead may not even bring this package. So, in that case, Same thing will happen as it did last year. Hollingshead will place well below. But if these guys, bring these two packages, I don't know, guys. And here is abs and thigh. And I see Hollingshead winning this one also. I see Hollingshead being the more all-around bodybuilder. He's got the better midsection. And that surprises me. He got Iain there. Iain hiding his quad again, that left quad. You can see Hollingshead, Oh, Hollingshead has then this one. You see, I may have preferred the other one for Hollingshead. James winning in the obliques, things of that nature. Obviously, the lighting was terrible at the Tsunami. Maybe better at the Vancouver. But the tilt of that camera, terrible. Here's the most muscular. And this is the most obvious one, where the camera is tilted thusly, whichever. And Saunch bodybuilding, he was saying that, yeah, he does kind of tilt his way into this, Iain, a little bit, but still, I think the camera angle takes away from the delt size, makes him look very narrow, very underwhelming against James Hollingshead. So you guys know how I feel about this one. And I can almost guarantee you, about maybe 70%, some of you guys would just vote on Iain without even looking at the comparison. But for those of you who looked at it, I'm guessing about 70 to 80% of you guys would say, well, James Hollingshead won this one. He's bigger, thicker, rounder, and he has that, like I said earlier, hard, grainy nature. You ever notice some people's voices sound like a chainsaw? Come on. Like Mr. T, I'm gonna bust you up. Come on. It's just funny. It's just funny to me. Anyway, guys, that's your fan-requested Friday matchup. Who's going to place ahead of each other? Ahead. That's my Canadian accent coming through, eh? But anyway, yeah. Who's going to place ahead of each other? I think probably Iain, because he really shines come Olympia time. And the only one time Hollingshead did go to the Olympia, maybe wasn't his best, but you can bet that the nerves will not be half as bad. I mean, he already went to the dance. He knows what it's going to be like. He's going to be 110% better this year. So look for Hollingshead to turn some head, shock some people, and look for Iain hopefully to bring a better package than he brought at the Vancouver. Hit thumbs up, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Have a nice one.